A very good morning, it's Fabio and welcome back to this daily market outlook. Now today is a very interesting day because I am still in London and I have hit my first take profit with Alpha Prime, which is the program that they released, Alpha Capital, for their most profitable, for the top 0.1% profitable traders within their overall network. So again, guys, you know who you're watching, one of the most profitable traders of Capital. So again, despite me making these YouTube videos, you know you are in good hands. If you want to follow the journey, obviously follow me on Instagram, link in the description of this video. Now gold, guys, has been bouncing off of this support level. Yesterday I took a short in towards the downside on the account, and I'm going to be breaking it down at the end of this video. Took a short here from the top with my stops above the highs, so you're going to see what or why I took this position, and I'm going to be breaking it down. But first, EURUSD. So EURUSD has been consolidating, not really moving anywhere, guys, here on the daily time frame. And let me start on the weekly, by the way, because on the weekly time frame we can see very clearly that price is not currently at a optimal level. What do I mean with not an optimal level? Well, one, we've taken out a swing high. So again, what can we expect after taking out a swing high? We can expect a potential reversal in towards the downside. Now, again, do you want to be shorting this overall bullish momentum? Not really. However, there is obviously momentum, or there is a possibility of getting into a short-term short. But I want to be preferably longing with the overall momentum. However, where do you want to be longing from? You want to be longing when a retracement has happened. Because look, here, for example, we have this weekly imbalance candle. What happens? The market retraces. Here, boom, you get in a beautiful long from the 0.5 fib and you fire it up higher. Now, the market is currently trading at the 0 fib, like at the top, inside premium. So where do you want to be going long? You want to be going long inside of this sell before the buy candle, which is your demand, and then long it up higher, for example, in towards 1.20, in towards that liquidity high. So price is currently at a level which is not optimal for longs, despite us really being interested in longs, because the overall market momentum and the overall market structure is bullish. Here on the daily time frame, we had a break of structure in towards the upside. And what we can now see is that we are trading after the break of structure, right? So what do you expect after a break of structure? You expect a potential pullback. When do you expect the pullback to happen? Once the fractal structure breaks. But where is the fractal structure? Well, here. So currently, it's not ideal to trade EURUSD. I want to be waiting for a correction in towards under this daily imbalance, look for longs, or for this daily demand zone and look for longs. Those are kind of like the two areas that I ideally want to be looking for longs for. Now, the daily is fractal bullish, but the 4 hours fractal bullish as well, with this being the fractal low, this being the fractal high. So even here on the 4-hour time frame, it still makes sense to look for longs. This here is the main area of 4-hour demand and daily demand, and if price retraces in towards there, you could look for longs upon bullish confirmation. For now, the market is pushing a little bit lower after reacting to this supply zone. So keep an eye what happens. And today, if we go a little bit lower in towards that daily and 4-hour demand zone, I'll be looking for bullish confirmation. If we don't get anything, just let it drop down lower and lower, and then look for longs again from those lower prices. So I'm not going to be trading this overall pullback just yet. Only once the current fractal low breaks on the 4-hour, that is when I'll be looking at a potential short upon retracing and then bearish confirmation. So that's what I have for EURUSD. Looking at the dollar index is pushing up a little bit higher today. Again, what we can see is how beautiful the fractal structure indicator works. If you want access, link in the description of this video. Here we have a sell before a buy up. That's now acting as an area of demand and pushing the market up higher. Again, fractal structure giving us a clear and concise reason why. Overall, from a daily perspective, I'll just be looking for a pullback into daily imbalance over here or into daily supply over here, and then look for further downside until we kind of like really see a momentum and structural shift. If we break the daily fractal high, you could maybe get into one more long in towards the upside, but then I'll only be really looking for longs once we see a weekly fractal break, which is the break of the current fractal high over here, and then a sign that the market really wants that up higher, because otherwise we'll just head down lower in towards 94.629. Going into AUDUSD. AUDUSD is one of those pairs that is not very clean at the moment. It's a little bit slow today. Let's see how we start moving. For now, daily fractal is still bullish, so longs are the only thing that makes sense. Current fractal low, current fractal high. Yeah, this is demand, should push the market up higher. This is the major liquidity high. I'll be looking for longs until that liquidity high gets broken. For now, 4-hour time frame, if you want to look for longs, wait for the current fractal low to break, tap into this fresh demand zone which has liquidity low right above it, and then wait for bullish confirmation. If bullish confirmation comes, you can get into longs. Otherwise, let it drop lower. But that would be a trade in line with the daily and the 4-hour. Going into GBPUSD, we can see that GU itself is dropping. This is perfectly normal, because what's now happened here is that you have a 4-hour demand zone, so sell before a big buy up. This is the initial reaction low. So what happens, we now liquidate that. So now if we see a sudden V-shaped reversal up, this is the sell for the buy demand. Then you can look for longs upon a kind of like a retest of the monthly open. So that's a position that I see for GBPUSD, but do keep in mind, for now the daily fractal is bullish, but if the daily fractal were to break, then wait for it to drop a little bit lower, preferably into this or this. This is like obviously the ideal demand zone where you want to be looking for longs from again. That's in line with like the swing structure, and it's like a high probability area of demand. So that's what I would look for from GBPUSD. Furthermore, also from a weekly time frame, that would make a lot of sense because the weekly demand is also positioned over there. We've taken out weekly liquidity, so a pullback deeper is definitely still possible. But similar to EURUSD, like it's not the best area of value for longs, but obviously with us being so bullish, you just want to wait for the bullish reaction, break, boom, and then look for longs. Otherwise, just let it drop deeper and then look for kind of like new structure to form before taking any new longs. That's kind of like what I have for GBPUSD. Going into NZDUSD, NU is pretty much the most least interesting one. I'll just be waiting for a break now of the 4-hour fractal, which is also a break, or not a break on the daily, but could provide us with a deeper retracement back down to the 0.5 fib. So I'm looking at the 4-hour there. If the 4-hour breaks that, then obviously let's see how the 4-hour closes, but then you'll have a nice 4-hour supply zone here, and then you can go to the 1-hour time frame and then just look for the 1-hour confirmation for shorts to take out all of these ascending lows here. And then of course USDCHF pushing up higher as of this morning a little bit, but not too much. Rejecting the monthly open here. I'm looking for further shorts on this. No longs yet. Not trying to call the bottom for now. And dollar yen also looking for shorts. Dollar yen I like because we have a nice area of daily imbalance over here. So this daily buy before the sell. Looking for further sell positions from there. We also have the monthly open line, which is a natural area of support and resistance. And I want to take out these ascending lows here. So looking for this on UJ. Go to the 4-hour time frame. And then what you'll see here is very clear. Fractal structure is bearish, and then we have this, this buy for the sell candle. Above that, that's where liquidity lies. So on the 1-hour time frame, you have like this is the impulse down, and then in the impulse down, you have like little liquidity highs, which are little bumps in the road. I'm waiting for that to get taken out, and then I want to see the bearish reaction. So here we take out one, we reject the monthly open. Now let's say we get a V-shaped reversal down, break the 1-hour fractal low, we form supply, and then I'll look for a sell. If it pushes up higher, let it do it, and then we'll just look for again bearish confirmation before looking for any new sell positions. So again, don't just randomly sell like an idiot, wait for the bearish confirmation always. So yeah, I might be looking for shorts on UJ, and you can say, oh Fabio, you're wrong because it's going to fly, but I don't give a shit because at the end of the day, if it gives me the bearish confirmation, then I'll only then get in. So waiting for that. Here, gold broke the daily fractal high, but yesterday, again, a lot of people were looking for a sell position. Not very smart because look, and what I mean with not very smart is that if you entered on the sell early, because look, here a lot of people enter on the daily supply zone, then they get stopped out. Why is that they get stopped out? Because there's no bearish confirmation at all. 4-hour extremely bullish, 1-hour extremely bullish, 15 minutes was even extremely bullish. So what did I do? I waited for the 4-hour liquidity high over here to get taken out, and then on the 1-hour, what you'll see is that we had a 1-hour supply zone over here, 1-hour liquidity zone right below it. We tap in there, and then on the 15-minute confirmation, so the very first 15-minute fractal break, I got in on the pullback trade for a 3% return on the Alpha Prime account. So an amazing start to my Alpha Prime journey. Overall happy with that, and today I'll be looking for reaccumulation on gold here to then look for a further long position in towards the highs. So now waiting for gold just to establish a strong area of support. And then we'll be looking for new long positions in towards the upside. So that's what I have for gold, guys. If you have any opinions, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and sorry for the delay of the video. I tried to record this video 3 times. Every single time the audio got screwed, but now finally it has worked. Thanks, guys.